Hey, call me Shape, and today I'm reacting to a video titled, Why Are Black Women Losing Out on Marriage Unlike Other Women? Let's get right into it.
Why are more and more black women losing out on finding good black men? Why are they losing out on becoming wives?
Why is it that when black women start leveling up, black women start leveling up, people tell us, you can't have this, you can't have that, you need to humble yourself?
Do white women act like they belong to white men?
Yes.
Yes or no? Do Hispanic women act like they belong to Hispanic men?
Absolutely.
Do Asian women act like they belong to Asian men?
Definitely.
Do Middle Eastern women act like they belong to Middle Eastern men?
Yes.
Do black women act like they belong to black men?
By and large, no. But those...
The fact that you had to even put a modifier on there says you are still conflicted with the reality you are seeing.
Women will go out here and let a nigga them raw without putting no ring on it, nothing. But you draw the line at making a sandwich for a man. What in the is going on?
On TikTok, there's this married couple who has a large following, a very popular page. Her content is very warm, kind of more domestic, cooking for her family, cooking from scratch. Once it got to Instagram, something as simple and plain as someone making cinnamon rolls for their husband, they tore it to shreds. And that just got me to thinking, only a miserable person could see a video about a woman making her husband cinnamon rolls and have something nasty and hateful and negative to say about it.
We've dated the men who worked at Walmart. We've dated Kroger. We've dated drug dealers. We've dated scammers. We've dated these men. Just because he make $12, $13, $14, $15 an hour, y'all, that does not mean he's faithful. Stick to your script, sis.
So what's happening is, like, a lot of women are negating their options. The real life option is the option in your face. So when you go to the grocery store, when you go to church, when you go wherever you're going in your life, whoever that man is, whoever that woman is, that is your real life option. A lot of women say, I want a husband, but do they think about, do you really want to be a wife? Like, a wife really is a job.
It is going to come down to women checking women and getting you guys straight. We cannot fix you because you have no respect for us. You only respect each other. And if we can't rely on the educated of you and the intelligent of you and the learned of you to at least be honest, black men will sit back saying, who the fuck can we rely on?
Black women or black men deserve what?
Each other.
Wow.
What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Sean C. Most black men and black women would love to find another black man or black woman in order to start a relationship leading to family, leading to marriage, etc. Why can't black men and women find each other for relationships and or marriage? Today is another video where we're gonna do a deep dive looking at how black women look at black men.
A lot of these women be like, I know my value. Value is what? You're just like every other chick out here. I've seen 1,000 of you. You're selfish, you're entitled, you're sneaky, you're manipulative. What is your value?
Happy Cinco de Mayo's. We got so turned last night, bitch. I'm still drunk, so. But we finna turn up again, cause it's Cinco de Mayo's. It is now 1800, and I am fucked up. Happy Cinco de Mayo. That's what somebody told me is how it's pronounced. I wish y'all nothing but the best.
Lacking emotional control is the exact reason why. In addition to why men don't approach anymore, they don't, all this other stuff. Lacking emotional control is what makes women untrustworthy to men.
We was arguing, and at some point in the argument, she looked me dead in my eyes. You a bitch. It took me a minute to process. No woman has ever called me that before. Like, no one that I was talking to or dating. Yeah. And I was taken back. I'm like, what you just say?
And that's different, because that's not, man, bitch ass nigga, you did some bitch ass shit, or,
right,
looking you in your eyes and saying, you're a bitch.
That was very intentional. And I'm like, what you just say? You a bitch.
Let me tell you something about men that nobody ever told you. Here's the thing people don't understand, right? And I understand this because I'm a black man and I love dating black women. I prefer to date black women. But I'm open to dating other races, and I have dated other races. Here's the thing. Some black women, if not all black women, are very violent. They want confrontation. We grew up, I guess they grew up, I don't want to say we, because I'm from affluence, but they grew up in neighborhoods where that was the thing, right? Domestic violence was the norm. And so, and they grew up in some neighborhoods that were so dangerous that they had to become masculine for survival. So they're used to being able to punk dudes and threaten dudes and call them out their names and put fingers in their faces and mush them. And so for a lot of black women, they're just hostile. Like, I see why people are catching domestic charges, because the women themselves are aggressive. Like, I tell people this all the time. Some of the most dangerous people in the hood are black women. A black girl could just say one thing about you. Forget about the whole Me Too thing. She'll tell someone that you did something to her that you haven't done, and they'll show up and try to take your life. That's the real risk for dating black women.
We're a little boy to the time we're an adult. Men are taught every time we tell you the truth, we get in trouble. Every man. I'm talking about scolded. Like, we ain't never told the truth and got away with it and be like, oh, thank you, mama, for not hitting. Mama, wait! Mama! But here's the thing, ladies. When you actually find a man who's ready to settle down, he usually outgrow everything in his life and you become his best friend. So when a grown man choose you and go out and do grown man life and come home and tell you his truth and you snap on him, you just told him, I can't handle the truth because I need to be lied to.
Ladies, you're not getting away with anything. One of the things that I've realized in talking to men, that hammer will eventually come down. When you slight a man, even if he doesn't say anything in that moment, even if he gives you grace to let you have what you want or go ahead, he remembers that. And everybody has an expiration date and you don't know when that is. So if you think you're getting away with something, keep it up. Or as we say in the South, keep on living.
She came back out. I'm fully dressed with my shit in my hand or whatever. She like, you finna go? Why do you think I'm playing? Like that's a strong deal breaker for me. The most important thing you can do if you do have a deal breaker is if somebody crosses that shit, you have to leave because of what you're indirectly saying if you don't.
Okay, which is?
You tolerate disrespect. You don't have any boundaries.
We can't let men be men how they want to be men. Or us women are telling men how to be men when we ain't never walked a day in the life of a man.
What's your name?
Philip. That's a solid point. I want to address that. So many women will tell you, oh, this is what it means to be a man. A real man is this. A real man is that. You have never been a man before. So what is a real man to you from a female perspective is not a real man. In fact, what a real man is to you is your servant. That's what you think is a real man. In fact, whatever you like, whatever you dream of in your mind, that's a real man. Nah, what it means to be a man out here is be able to survive, compete, and lead other men. And you have no idea what that means. You have no idea what that means.
How old are you?
34. I'm the assistant track coach at Arizona State.
What do you look for in a woman?
Fun, personality, just open to new things.
I'm Tatiana. I'm 25.
Nice to meet you. I said nice to meet you.
Oh, nice. Okay.
No
Tatiana, why did you end up popping your balloon? It's gonna sound ruthless. Like, I'm a goofy person, but you just look a little bit too goofy for me.
You are not going to find the man that you deserve if you keep holding on to the man that doesn't deserve you. You're blocking your blessings. Listen, you can't force a man to be where he doesn't want to be. Next caller.
Listen, men remember the slights that they get from women. Men remember when women treat them badly or do them wrong. Whether that's from his mother, whether that's from his first love, girlfriend, and particularly his wife.
You know, the thing about it is that if you want to be in a hostile relationship where you got to worry about the cops being called to your house every other day, and you going to jail every other day, and your girl is, you know, you're risking your life just to be in your relationship, go ahead, right? And unfortunately, I don't know who's to blame in this fully because, you know, this is like a cycle, right? We got to break the pattern, right? We got a generational curse where people are growing up in violent, like I said, violent neighborhoods. They need to be violent to survive. And then when they go out into the world, and even if they become college graduates and they get their master's degrees, there's still this level of vitriol. There's still this level of contempt for the black man, right? And for them, they never had to obey a black man in their life, right? White men, they've obeyed white men before because a lot of white men been their employers. So they know how to obey a white man, look at a white man in a position of authority. But to see a black man in a position of authority, what? He looks like someone that's trying to fake, who's someone that's trying to take charge. But they know he don't really got charge. For them, a black man that's in authority is someone that's a manipulator, a scammer. So don't trust those dudes. But unfortunately, you meet a dude like me who's college educated. I'm a college grad too, right? I got my bachelor's degree. And I own my own car. I got a good job. I live on my own. They don't know how to handle that. They're unfamiliar with that. And so a lot of times, if a girl's unfamiliar with the kind of guy you are as a black man, she'll look at you as someone that's not her type. It doesn't feel right, right? You don't give her that same kind of trauma she's used to. And that's what my experience with a lot of women. You know, a lot of women, they want to fight, they want to wrestle, they want to argue with you. In fact, they want to lead a relationship where fear is the recipe, right? They want you to be scared of them. Why do I want to be scared of my girl? You're supposed to be soft. When I see you, I'm supposed to be thinking about rubbing butt. I don't want to say baby oil because, the whole Diddy thing. But yeah, putting oil on your butt, you know what I'm saying? Massages, relaxation, cuddling, just decompressing throughout the day. I mean, at the end of the day. That's what I should be thinking about. I should be thinking about having a good time, fun. But you guys have so many standards for things that you don't even qualify for. You're not even qualified for the guy you think you want. But you want him. And let me say this too. Women, the guy that you're qualified for it's commensurate to your reproductive value. So that means you can still reproduce. Your physical fitness. That means if you're still in shape. Your level to be feminine and your ability to be polite and gregarious, right? If you can't socialize, if you can't work out and you can't keep your body together, and if you can't follow a masculine man, what makes you think you're prepared for a relationship? You're not. You're unqualified. This is why I'm 36. I do very well with women, right? I have no issue with women. But even the women that I'm attracted to, they're an issue, right? Even I got to walk away. I literally have to dump girls I'm attracted to regularly. Like, I think I went through like at least 8, 9 girls I would have been glad to be in a relationship with. This past year, I had to just leave them or stop talking to them because of the violence and nonsense, the arguing, the fighting about nothing, about ego. Their egos. They think they know what a man is, what a man's supposed to do. They swear they know everything, and they think you're the know-it-all. It's gaslighting all day long. They're the know-it-all, but they swear you're the know-it-all. I don't know how to fix it, so therefore I'd rather just be single, make YouTube videos, and get my money up. And you probably should do the same thing too.
He says it or not. Some women aren't helping their cause in finding a man because they listen to other women instead of listening to what us men are trying to tell women that we are looking for. The reason is that a lot of women in today's society are putting themselves first, and men are noticing. This is for most men, particularly good men. No man wants to work hard for a woman who puts all her stock into material things and not the man himself.
Women are the most dangerous thing for women because what happens is women will tell a woman, girl, go out and live your life. So she's going to go out and live her life. She's going to 20, 23, 27, 30, 35. Then she's going to get 40 and be like, damn, I want to get married. And the men that wanted you at 20, that want to marry you when you were 20, they no longer want you.
A good man, but he's not your type.
It's a pattern when it comes to your type. Patterns and characteristics, okay? These are things that you have seen or that you have explored before. You've probably seen mama, auntie, friends, somebody who had a specific type, or somebody in the neighborhood and you was like, oh, that's a bad boy, that's a dope boy, that's something like that. I like that because of the thrill. In certain spaces in your life, you cannot bring that type with you. So if you see that all other characteristics and behaviors are good, why does the type even matter? You can learn to love this person in other spaces outside of what you see as far as physicalities. If you're talking about a type because maybe your type has a certain type of demeanor, or maybe your type looks a certain type of way, what is going to matter when you start facing conflict? The way they look? When you start going through communication barriers, the way they look? All of that's not going to matter. I can guarantee you the majority of people who have probably married or entered into healthy relationships, they weren't worried about a type. When they got to a certain space, they were worried about what it is that you can actually bring into my life.
And this is why the 20s is so important, because most young girls in their 20s, they're getting raised on Sexy Red.
city girls, and I love y'all. I love them. Get them. I love them.
Raise my daughter.
But what I'm saying to you is that they're getting raised on this, so they don't think that they need to be in a relationship with their baby daddy. They don't think they got to get the ring before they have the. Where do you think the lullaby came from? You understand what I'm saying? These things were instilled for a reason because they set foundation. I just think in their 20s are not making healthy relationship decisions because of the influence of social media, our music. These things become Bible in your head.
So the type of man that I'm looking for, he got to be a 6'5" African giant. He got to have all the money in the world. He got to want to take care of me, take care of my family. You know, do the little shebang, you know, and just be a supportive, wholesome man all in all.
What's the minimum he needs to make?
At least $200,000 a year.
Keep it a bang, just 200?
200 is the minimum. That's the minimum. The max, like, you know, anything less than that, I'm not taking it.
There's nothing wrong with the cheesecake.
You have never dated a man that made 200 in your life. Stop playing. Stop lying to yourself. But a lot of these women, they lie to themselves. You know why? Because nobody checks them. They think that to have high standards that's all you need to do. That's what they'll say. Don't ask me what I bring to the table. It's about what you bring to the table. They want to make sure you bring everything to the table, and then you ask them, so what I get in return? Oh, don't ask me that. I'm going to block you if you ask me that. Like, if I'm going to be scared, a chick that's overweight, uneducated, and rotten is going to block me. Right? The nerve of people. These people are tone deaf. They're blind. They can't see the reality, and they're living a flat-out lie. And they need a man in their life to guide them. When I have female friends, I guide them. I check them. I check my female friends for them because I care about them. I'm like, hey, look, you know, this ain't going to work out for you. You got here pushing this, pushing that. Let's see how well that's going to go. And it's not going to work in your favor. And the problem is that until more men are coming in women's lives and helping them guide them through life, we're going to have the same issue over and over and over and over again. Single women keep other women single. I don't know if it's out of jealousy. I don't know if it's out of spite. I don't know if they hate each other. I don't know what it is, but they're not giving each other good advice. And I'm going to tell you, for that one of the last couple of clips where the girl said, this guy's not my type, not my type. What if your type, you got bad taste in men? We see people all the time like, oh man, he don't know how to dress. Oh, he got bad. He don't look at him. He smell bad. There's people, their standards are low. They don't even know their standards are low. I see it all the time. I'm in the gym. This dude walked past. I'm like, that dude reeking. He smell bad as hell. Who cares what he thinks about women? You know what I'm saying? He can't get his own self together. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people think that their standard, the way they view life in their mind and their opinions of life is so important. You know, and everyone got to live up to their opinions, but what if your opinions are trash? What if your ideas are trash? Now you're getting a trash result. And I'm going to say this again, the kind of man that you guys get, see, a lot of women, they'll get a kind of guy who they don't want. They're trying so hard to find another man that makes $200K, $300K, he's fit, he's tall as hell. They've never dated this guy before, but they're holding out for him. You've never dated the guy you're describing, but you're holding out for him. Me, the reason why I know I could hold out for attractive women, because I've dated attractive women. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five. I literally lost track of all the beautiful women I've dated. And I've even dated sweet women, feminine women. You know what I'm saying? Shit, one of my best relationships, it lasted about 3 years. We lived together for 2 years. I swear to God, I did not know what I had until I lost it. She didn't know either. We both took our relationship for granted in many ways. Because, you know, after you date someone for a period of time, it gets old. You know what I'm saying? I dated a girl I was very attracted to. She was Puerto Rican, by the way. She know if she sees this, she'll be like, oh yeah, that's me. She tells people all the time I was the only true love of her life. We had a great relationship, but we were immature. We didn't know what we had, you know, and I thought to myself for sure I would never be with a girl as attractive as her. And I was wrong. And she thought for sure she could find someone better than me. And she was wrong. And so years later, now that she's grown, I'm grown, this is like 10 plus years later, she got a kid, she tries to double back, and I'm like, you're not the same to me anymore. And now she's actually overweight, and I feel for her. She's actually still a sweetheart, still feminine, all that stuff. But, you know what I'm saying, it's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same.
For you, what? That's fine for you, but that's not okay for me. That's my preference. I don't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory on the first day. That's why y'all don't get shit, because y'all don't have no fucking standards. You're always gonna accept whatever a nigga give to you. I don't accept what a nigga gives to me. I'ma tell the nigga what I want. okay? Like, you really just should have paid for all our food.
For one, I'm not paying for everybody's food. It's your birthday, cool, but I'm not doing that. It's 18.
Why do you gotta pay for all y'all food though?
You brought 18 friends. I'm finna leave you. You staying here with them or you coming with me?
Whoa, bro! The men who don't give you no money towards your hair and nails always talking about what you're thinking about getting rid of you, she says. Men are starting to realize that no matter what they provide, it will never be enough because some ladies will just keep adding more stuff onto that bill. We're not responsible for paying for your hair, your nails, and your maintenance. If you are a wife or a fiance, we're responsible for providing housing and food and shelter and water and power and all of those things, the necessities of life.
It is going to come down to women checking women and getting you guys straight. We cannot fix you because you have no respect for us. You only respect each other. And if we can't rely on the educated of you and the intelligent of you and the learned of you to at least be honest, black men will sit back saying, who the fuck can we rely on?
I think the problem that us men...
We can't rely on anybody. You know, and that's why men are going their own way. They're like, the hell with this game. I don't want to play this game. This game is rigged. You know, and I feel for black women. I really do. Because guess what? Even though black women may be the least desirable women out of all women, right? The category of women. Black men are some of the most desirable men out of all men, right? And so, you know, there's not a lot of black men to go around to begin with. When you age yourself, if you wait past 35 to have kids and start a family, it's going to get harder. And so you really need to do a lot of the important things in your life as far as finding a partner, starting a family in your early to mid-20s. But a lot of women have decided to delay marriage, delay having children for these college degrees, which, by the way, I think we need to do the opposite. But anyway, they delayed for that just to find out that when they're in the late 30s and 40s, ain't nobody out here waiting for them. Because what you value in a man, making good money, you know what I'm saying, having a good job, being able to save and buy a house, men, we don't look for that in women. Because I'm not looking for a woman to take care of me. The only kind of man that's looking for a woman to take care of him is a simp. And women need to start accepting that if you're going to become successful as a woman, expect to get what exactly successful women get. They got to date down. Nicki Minaj, dating down, right? A lot of women date down. They don't get what they want. Mary J. Blige, dating down. Even Halle Berry dated down. Halle Berry was paying child support. She had to pay spousal support. Mary J. Blige had to pay spousal support. Alimony. Because they made more money than their husbands. So, you know, you want to... Go ahead, girls. Y'all want to be boss babes. And y'all want to level up and be ahead of women and stuff like that. You could do that, but guess what? The men that you think are at your level now, they got way more options, and they can still keep dating younger, and they don't have a laundry list of things that they want from their partner like you do. They could go to the Philippines and be happy with a girl. They could go to Vietnam and be happy with a girl. They could go to Thailand and be happy with a girl because those girls are feminine, they're friendly, and they're fit. And that's all we want. It's really simple to be desirable as a wife, as a woman. But women ignore what men say. They listen to what other women say. And that's their Bible. Anyway, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to put a link to this, the original video in the description. You guys can check it out. Watch the entire video if you like. Shout out to TSG. Pretty good content. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.